During the 1990s, Ashley Judd showed great promise as an actress in Hollywood, garnering 2 Golden Globe nominations, portraying a young Marilyn Monroe, and dominating the thriller genre for a period of time. However, as her career progressed, she shifted from suspense films to romantic comedies and became involved in political activism. As a result, Judd's film career has slowed down significantly, and nowadays she is more recognized for her political pursuits than her recent cinematic endeavors. What led to this transition, and what happened to her career? Ashley Judd is related to Naomi Judd, her mother, and Winona Judd, her sister, both of whom formed a celebrated country music duo called the Judds. The Judds had a successful run between 1983 and 1991, charting 23 popular singles and receiving 5 Grammy Awards. Ashley's career was almost predetermined, and she went the way of the actress. In 1991, Judd made her acting debut on Star Trek: The Next Generation. Judd appeared on 2 episodes. Overall, she received little attention during that time, but the upcoming series had the potential to be a pivotal moment in her acting career. Ashley Judd auditioned for the part of the Tool-Time Girl on the popular sitcom Home Improvement, starring Tim Allen. However, the series creator Matt Williams was immensely impressed with Judd's audition and felt that casting her in such a minor role would not do her talent justice. Consequently, Pamela Anderson was ultimately cast in the role of the scantily clad Tool-Time Girl. Williams then approached Judd's agent with an offer to create a more significant role for her, that of Alan's sister. However, Judd declined the opportunity. Instead, she chose a recurring role on the TV show Sisters. Judd's part was smaller than the one she passed up on Home Improvement, but it gave her a chance to do something more dramatic, which she hoped would lead to more movie roles. Turns out, she was right. In 1993, Judd starred in the independent drama Ruby in Paradise. This time, Judd's character not only had a name, but she had the title role. Judd played Ruby, a young girl who moves to a Florida resort town during the off-season looking for a new start. Judd's first major movie role received rave reviews and earned her the Independent Spirit Award for Best Lead Actress and the Chicago Film Critics Association Award for Most Promising Actress, a remarkable achievement. Impressed with her success, Judd left her recurring role on the television series Sisters, as she was determined to make a name for herself in the movie industry. The path to Hollywood stardom can sometimes be a peculiar one, and Ashley Judd's career is no exception. One of her more unconventional roles was in the German-based art house horror film, The Passion of Darkly Noon, released in 1995, where she starred alongside Brendan Fraser. Fraser portrayed a member of an ultra-conservative Christian cult who ultimately decides to murder both Judd and her boyfriend, portrayed by Mortensen, as he perceives Judd's free-spirited nature to be a threat to his beliefs. Despite its unusual storyline, The Passion of Darkly Noon was not released in the United States, and the actors' careers remained unaffected by the film's failure. In fact, Judd was even invited to participate in a major project by director Michael Mann. In 1995, the highly anticipated $60 million film was one of the year's most talked about highlights, as moviegoers were eager to witness the iconic face-off between Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. In addition to the 2 legendary actors, audiences were also introduced to up-and-coming actress Ashley Judd, who portrayed the girlfriend of Val Kilmer's character. He'd got great reviews and was a hit at the box office. Judd's role was small, but it helped get her some attention in Hollywood. Reportedly, Judd and De Niro were dating at the time they were filming Heat. Her career took a turn after Heat, with her subsequent work receiving critical acclaim. In 1996, Judd starred in the HBO film Norma Jean and Marilyn, alongside Mira Sorvino. Judd played the role of Norma Jean Dougherty, better known as Marilyn Monroe, while Sorvino portrayed Monroe after her transformation in Hollywood. The 2 actresses appeared on screen together as Judd's character appeared to Sorvino's in hallucinations. Although the reviews for the film were mixed, Both Judd and Sorvino were nominated for a Golden Globe and an Emmy for their outstanding performances. By the mid-1990s, the actress had established herself as a leading lady in thriller films. She started with a supporting role in Joel Schumacher's adaptation of John Grisham's best-selling novel, A Time to Kill. Soon after, Judd landed a major role in the $27 million budget film, Kiss the Girls, opposite Morgan Freeman. In the film, Judd portrayed one of the killer's victims who manages to escape and assist in leading Freeman's character to capture her captor. Despite being dubbed as Silence of the Lambs Light by critics, the movie was a commercial success. Judd's performance earned her 2 nominations for Blockbuster Entertainment Awards, indicating the movie's popularity with the masses. While Freeman reprised his role in the sequel, Judd's character did not return. The franchise was eventually rebooted by Tyler Perry in 2012 with the movie Cross. Following a string of hits, the actress started receiving offers from various studios and producers for an array of projects. They believed that she had the ability to draw in audiences, regardless of the role she played. But that was not the case, as proven by the following film. Judd appeared opposite Oliver Platt and the kid from Jurassic Park in Simon Birch. The film, Simon Birch, which had a massive budget of $30 million, was a family melodrama that turned out to be a resounding failure at the box office, grossing only $18 million. Nevertheless, it marked a significant turning point in Judd's career. Up until then, she had primarily played the role of the seductive siren. When not driving people wild with her extreme sexiness, she often portrayed the character of a seductive wife of lawyers and criminals. However, with Simon Birch, Judd toned down her sex appeal. Although the child character still had a crush on her, Judd portrayed a saintly single mother. This factor typically influenced the suitability of roles for the actress. The success of Judd's subsequent film further cemented her aptitude for thrillers. In the movie Double Jeopardy, she starred alongside Tommy Lee Jones. The film was originally slated to have a massive budget of $70 million, and Meg Ryan and Brooke Shields were initially offered the lead role, which ultimately went to Jodie Foster. However, due to her pregnancy, Judd landed the role. The film was successful at the box office and, like all previous thrillers with Ashley, was enjoyed by audiences and critics alike. In 2001, the actress received an offer she couldn't resist: $4 million and a chance to star alongside Hugh Jackman in the romantic comedy Someone Like You. However, the movie was a typical by-the-book rom-com, complete with a generic title to match. Despite the anticipation, reviews for the film were mostly negative, and it turned out to be a box office flop. Following a string of failures, the actress reverted to what had previously yielded success. During the early 2000s, thrillers started losing their appeal, causing the actress to experience a series of disappointments. Despite having solid budgets, movies like High Crimes with Morgan Freeman, Twisted with Samuel L. Jackson, and Bug with Michael Shannon failed spectacularly at the box office. The audience had grown tired of the uniform gloomy thrillers that were reminiscent of the 90s and were now favoring romantic comedies. And it took all of the 2000s for the actress to find herself. And in fact, the only movie she starred in, and it was successful, was only in 2009 Tooth Fairy. Duet with Dwayne Johnson managed to collect more than $110 million in cinemas. But apparently the audience came to see The Rock, and Ashley was in the right place at the right time. It seems that the audience was drawn by the presence of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and Ashley happened to benefit from this circumstance. This was evident in the sequel Dolphin Tale 2, which did not feature Dwayne and consequently suffered at the box office. The movie, which had a budget of $36 million, only managed to gross $57 million. This marked one of the last times the actress played a lead role in a big screen's release. Although she did appear in the highly successful Divergent trilogy, she did not play a central character in it. Starting with provocative roles in independent films, Judd made a name for herself in Hollywood with moderately budgeted thrillers, reaching A-list status. However, she struggled to replicate the success of films such as Kiss the Girls and Double Jeopardy. Judd eventually shifted into playing single mother characters in female-focused dramas, but her record was hit or miss. Since her 1999 hit Kiss the Girls, she has not had a movie gross over $100 million. In between these more modest hits, Judd appeared in numerous small movies and flops. The actress has been absent from the film industry for several years. She recently suffered a broken leg and has also disclosed to her fans that she has been dealing with chronic migraines, which can cause a person to experience up to 15 migraine headaches per month. It is believed that Judd's philanthropic work and political activism have contributed to the decline of her film career. Her busy schedule has made it challenging to dedicate herself entirely to acting. Additionally, rumors have circulated about Judd being difficult to work with. There are stories of her giving out quietness stones to individuals she wishes not to converse with. Once you receive a stone from Judd, you are not permitted to address her until she retrieves it, or so the rumors suggest.